Okay, there we go. I always wondered why when people start their live stream, like why don't they just go straight to the business? But now that I'm doing these live streams, I'm like, wait a minute. Now I cannot get what they were doing. Okay, so now I'm live and we can start this thing now. One person already watching, that's what's up. One like. Okay, let's do this, man. The victory, the story. Money is the kingdom and the glory. Yeah, I think I should just have that look. Looks better. All right.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well,
so my music, I'm just streaming off a non-copyrighted playlist. I'm gonna share all those the links on my description, and I have to do that on the last, I think, 3 or 4 live streams that I've done. It's just me in the live stream, maybe just one more other person, and so we'll just come in and do analysis, top-down analysis, and see if we can get a trade with a 12 p.m. candle expansion. If we do get something, then yeah, we'll engage. If not, we just have fun watching price. It's boring and fun at the same time, you know. So I'll be right back.
tell the story of how I've overcome. Dark were the days I didn't know the sun. Numb to the thought of love, and so I chose to run. But yeah, call me home, and so his will be done. There's hope for tomorrow with him. There's joy in sorrow. There is no greater love than this. No greater love. I find peace in knowing I'm his. Feeling far away, but I'm close to you. You know me by my name, but I chose the world instead of you. Had no clue why the days were so blue. Only if I recognize you're not a man like you should lie. With him, there's hope for tomorrow. With him, there's joy in sorrow. There is no greater love than this. I find peace in knowing I'm his. Walking all alone on this weary road. Heavy burdens on my shoulders with no one to bear the load. Thought I could do it by myself, guess I was wrong. Then I heard a small voice say, this time you don't need to be strong. There's hope for tomorrow with him. There's joy in sorrow. There is no greater love than this. No greater love. I find peace in knowing I'm his. Through him, with him, in him, I found my way out.
All right, I think we can do this now. I'm trying to see how I can do this. Maybe put my what's that about? Okay, that's good.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water.
All right.
Find an image with the rest. You'll be learning how to breathe.
Okay, let's get going. Let's see what the market has for us today. So I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. That's okay. Alright, so yesterday's trader was good. It worked out really good for us. I left it running and we hit TP much later. So let's do a quick recap. Okay, why are we hanging a little bit? Seems like we are hanging kidogo here. I'm kind of watching too many things here. Let me see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yesterday's trade was, it scared me a little bit because if I can find those entries, I entered 2 entries, right? So I was a bit skeptical with the first trade over here because we were below 200, so I didn't want to kind of fill up on a very big risk, and then my stop loss gets taken out, because then I'd blame myself. I'm like, why did you take that trade for long when we are below 200? That's just against your rules for now, right? Because with time those have to go, right? But for now, we're just gonna use them as a guide for trying to track down that momentum, because I'm kind of into that breakout trading style. Of course, gathering a lot of information, a lot of data, so we'll see if it's a thing. But in the meantime, it's kind of been it's promising. So what happened is my entry was the first entry, I think, was with this candle right here, that 12:20 p.m. candle, and there was a really nice reaction at first, and then we kind of started coming down. My stop loss is just below this low, so that was a little bit scary, and I was like, you know what, the stop loss is right there to do its job. But price later went up and I was in profits, and I kind of, after the break of this trend line, we closed about 50. I was like, you know what, we're now going up, we're not going to come down. So that was now my second entry with all the risk that I wanted to risk for yesterday, and it went up right nicely, and then it just started coming down, and I was like, oh crap, especially when we form these relative equal lows over here with that nice low resistance, if I would say it. Even though this was like a 5-minute fair value gap right there, as you can see right here, which is a nice bounce area. Price could have easily just come in and taken that low and then just short up, but I'm thinking maybe something like US 30 did come and take that low. No, they did not. How about US 500? No, they did not. So they all respected those lows. And what happened just before one, price decided, you know what, let's just what is that? Yeah, so so the next thing I was kind of waiting for is to see what that 1250 will do, and we just short to the downside, man, and then got some bullish action, some bearishness, and then we just took off, right? So this was about 1:15 maybe, that's, or after 1 is when I closed my streaming, whatever, and I decided I'm just gonna leave that trade running. I'm not going to break even or anything, I'm just gonna let it go. So I wanted to take a half at this high and then close the rest of the trade up here, but I decided to just put all my my take profits for both trades just above that high, and I think I took it down to the high of this candle, which is relatively the same spot. And I think we hit TP much later. What time was it when we hit TP? That was 5:14, and I was at work then, right? Because I came in and we were like somewhere around here. So tempting to close, but I was like, you know what, we'll just let the trade do its thing. So if I would have just taken a half over there, like my initial plan was, and then the rest of the TP would have been up here, then that would have been nice. But it doesn't feel good that when you are in profits and then you come and the trade just traded down and took you out. It kind of does something to your psychology. So when I'm outside of my trading hours, I can just close with whatever profits I have. But you know, in future, when we are like way above our equity, like we have enough, maybe we've made enough for the week, then you can leave those runners to where even if the trade comes and takes you out, you don't feel a thing. Otherwise, the potential for this trade was like 1:2.96 for that whatever the first setup, and the other setup would have been 1:7.94. So damn, that was some good gains. So now what we're gonna do is forget about all that stuff. What I'm gonna do is just put all this in a group, and then forget about yesterday, because today we have, it's all new now, right? So all that, I'm gonna lock them and boom, close them. So now we have a clean slate, whatever slate. Just real quick, some words I'll be using. Definition, what is a slate? A flat piece of slate used for writing. Okay, yeah. So let's start a quick top-down analysis. We only have 20 minutes before the next candle opens up, the next 1 hour candle, which is pretty much that has been our aim for this week, like kind of tracking down that 1 hour candle or whatever just comes up. So let's go down to the monthly real quick, and I'll make sure that we do have this thing right here. What that does is it syncs our drawings to the other charts as well. So now yesterday I did mention about this will be the next low, and seems like they still haven't got there yet. So maybe they might want to do it today. So no, that's an old daily low. That's how I denote those lows. Yep, I think that's the next step, and they're really close. Only like approximately 150 points, around 179 points away. So let's just say 150, and then we just went back. So we don't know what's really happening. This is this week's expansion. Today is just Tuesday, so that's a lot of movement right there for just 1 week. No, this is this month, and it's only the 8th of the month, and we've seen a lot of movement. This is like a huge candle, right? It's more than last month's candle in terms of, establishing the high and the low. So let's look at the week. So that's the previous week high right there that we just went down, and it seems like we're expanding up. So I think that's a nice level to have right there. Previous week low, we've taken this low and this low, and this week's low too, but I kind of like to focus on swing lows. So we do have that extra objective over there, and once that's taken, if we're still going down, then we do have this one. So in terms of this leg, let's just go back to the monthly. In terms of this swing low and that swing high right there, because that's the dealing range in my opinion, because it was this high and this low, we already crossed it. So now I think we focus on that high and this low, if that's a thing. Then we do have that high and that low, and if I put that fib right there, we're just in between that 0.5 to 0.705 optimal trade entry area. So based on that, that could be like a support zone for higher prices for now, right? Maybe see some support over there, price goes up, and then maybe later come crashing down, because we do have like this fair value gap right there looking good. And then down here we have this major breaker. So seems like there's some more potential to keep coming down, and we'll keep on screaming the market is crashing. But price is just offering cheaper and cheaper prices now for it to keep continuing up. There's no way that this market will just crash and die off. Nah, I don't think so. So this is just a market correction over what I would say maybe a fake pump. I'm not really qualified to say that, but why was the market going up and the economy was not doing that well? I don't know. So all that move has to be corrected, right? And then now we can start seeing some, a healthy build up now. A healthy build up until we see some more fake stuff that has to be corrected again. And then a healthy build up, some fake stuff, or some other fake stuff also going to the downside. Yo, don't mind me, that's just my way of interpreting stuff. So market has to be corrected, offering cheaper prices for big time investors, because this is a place that we can come down to, right? And right now the news are gonna keep eating. The market is crashing, we just lost 20 billion in a day, blah, 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 blah. They're getting content, right? And then it's that. Anyway, let's get back. We are small traders here, so this is a monthly time frame. We have no business being here other than getting those levels. All right, so we just traded below that weekly low, and this is the next target, right? So let's go down to the daily, see what we're working with. This is we are in yesterday's range, right? Because that's the previous day high right there. Excuse me, that's the previous day high right there. And then this is the previous day low over here. I usually don't mark them unless I have to, right? So right now we're kind of like going towards the middle, so I think it's good to kind of denote the high and the low of that previous day. So this is what we opened yesterday. We went down, went up all the way, and in that long is where we came in and just took a little piece of it, and that was enough for us, because pretty much that's what we're doing as a small trader in this game. We are just a speck in a $1 trillion or $1 billion market here. We're just coming in and taking as little as we can which is significant to us, right? So I'm seeing that we formed like some relative equal lows up there, equal highs. So that's something to watch out for, because that's something that needs to be taken, right? Whatever day they want to do, we can start trading in here, or right now is we either come and take that high or we come and take this low. And already I kind of like what we have here paired with that fair value gap, so that looks nice. I'm gonna denote that for the daily. These candles are not touching right there, so that's like some imbalance that maybe needs to be balanced paired with a high, so that's a really nice target. But we can already see that this day is being shaved off, right? So we can see it was a full this is where we opened right there. We can see it was bullish, but now it's getting shaved off. So for now we are going for lower levels, right? Let's go see what the 4 hour looks like. Let me see, did I exhaust everything on the daily that I need to see? Yeah, we're in between this range, so we either take the high or this low, and that should be enough for our targets for the day. Let me see what I'm looking for. I want to see how many points do we have going down. 1,000 points, 1,000 units or whatever, and going up 856. We only need like 150 to make something, right? So that's plenty of whatever to play around with. Yep, there's some really good stuff over there. We will see where that will lead us to. I think we've exhausted the daily. We're now down to the 4 hour. Yeah. What do we see here? Look at this zone over here. So this is Sunday, Friday. That's the new weekly open. Nah. Yeah. I'm just gonna have it there. So I'll just call it like the new weekly opening gap. Since we are above it, it's now, I don't know, might work as support, right? Let me see where this makes no sense, because this is on a daily, Friday and Monday. The new week open on Sunday, so Friday we don't have the Sunday candle. What's Friday, Sunday? Okay, so it should be over here. So the closing price of Friday and the opening price of Sunday, that offers us our new weekly opening gap, and that right there is a support zone as we speak right now. So we'll see how that works. And as you can see, there's a gap over there. If we use it as an inverted fair value gap, if you might want to call it, because if we close down, then this should have been like resistance to send price down, but we just broke above it. So let's see if we can see some support being offered over there. All right, I think that's it. Wait, that's on the 8 hour. Oh guys, this is confusing. Disconnected, reconnecting. Why did I disconnect? Okay, you know what, I'm just, because this is confusing, bro, because this is Friday, Sunday, and I don't even think that we really need, because now that's a different thing again. Okay, we're just gonna work with the 1 hour and the 4 hour, which is now giving us some different vibes now. Oh yeah, it's okay, because that's the open price of Sunday. Oh, okay, we're good, because that's a green candle, so kind of the open is here, the close is here, so okay, we're fine. So we've exhausted the 4 hour, right? We are now in between this high and this low right here. That's the dealing range, so are we likely to keep going down? But what I'm seeing on this 4 hour is we do have those equal lows over the equal highs. We just hit that support zone. We don't know how far it can go, because we still have like another fair value gap in here. And we also have another one here. Those two candles are not touching. If we can come and trade below that previous week low again and then bounce up, that would be nice. But we've already touched the support zone, so but who's to say how, you know, how deep it wants to go? Because we do have like a 4-hour order block here that's confirmed already by the closure of this candle. So how far below do we want to go? And if we want to do like OTE, we take that, let's say even this low and that high. The OTE zone is around this area in here. But anyway, that's on a 4 hours, so we don't need to worry so much about that. So I'm still not getting a clear direction. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so on the 1 hour, we've taken all these highs so far. We didn't take that high. Then we have that daily fair value gap right there. Let me just make sure, yep, in there, that we didn't quite trade in. But we have this down candle, that series of up candles, and we broke below this down candle. That could be a breaker for now. Would have been better if we took out that high, and it's paired with a fair value gap down there. Look at everything else here is balanced on the 1 hour, but on the 4 hour, yeah, we've seen gaps, yeah, but on the 1 hour, pretty much balanced. So are these zones still valid? I feel like I should get rid of them. There's no gaps on the 1 hour. This whole place is balanced. So now that right there is a strong pillar, right, to hold price where price doesn't need to come down. Or if price does insist on coming down, that right there is a slide board. That right there is a walk in the park. Just you just slide down. And we also have some relative equal lows over here. And right there, some relative equal lows. So if we are to keep on going down, then yep, that's a nice zone. I'm not confident, since looking at the 1 hour or even the 30-minute, like everything is just so balanced down here. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one and that one. If I'm wrong, then we'll find out, and that will be something to add on our journals, right? Okay, we have 6 more minutes, man. We have 6 more minutes. Okay. So this is how the 1 hour candle looks like. We've taken that low and that high, and then we have this fair value gap over here. I think that's today's trade right there. This might be today's trade. So what I'm thinking is maybe the next hour candle opens, takes that low, and then we expand to the upside. Or since we've already taken that low, however the next candle opens, if it's gonna be below half of this 1 hour candle, and we might not need to take that low, because that could be a swing low just establishing, and we can look to see if we can take this high and this high as well as we enter into this zone over here. We do have, like, I'd call this a breaker, so that's gonna be a strong zone. That might be a strong resistance zone, so that's not an area I want to play so much in. I'm going to denote those, because that would be a nice place to just take some partials over there in case we don't want to keep on going up so much, because that's a breaker paired with a 1 hour fair value gap. And you can see here we also have like another inverted 1 hour crazy stuff over there. So that's three things to fight, and that might be a problem right there. So high probabilities, if we come up, we just retracing to keep going down further, so we can get a trade to come up, right? From here we either take a half or just close the whole trade, and if they want to keep on going up, that's okay. Or we can leave a small runner just in case they don't care about that zone, because we do have these two equal lows over here. But we also know that could just be a setup for price to come and run tomorrow. So how far does this thing want to keep on going down? I don't know. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring this back just in case, you know, just in case it's a thing. Needs to be in blue. And I'll bring back this too, just in case. Don't wanna keep on coming down. All right, we got 3 minutes. Let's go. Okay, we've exhausted the 1 hour. Waiting for this to close, see how that will work. And then let's go to the 15 minutes, see if there's something more that we need to add. I'm not seeing pretty much a lot. We have that small fair value gap over there. And what I'm gonna do, that's what I will focus on. And then get rid of this 4 hours. So we'll just do 15 minutes. And then we have this one here that was filled already. There was nothing on the 30 minute, was there? No. So on the 15 minute, I'm gonna refine that one too. Just have it as 15 minute fair value gap, because that's something that we can see. Now let's go down to the 5 minute. We do have that 5 minute. We have like 1 and 2 over here. And we do have like a breaker, that a series of that up candles over there. So at this point, I feel like we have enough data to see how this will go. And clearly we are going down. So 2 more minutes. Let's go to the 1 minute here. It looks like over here now I have to bring in that 50 and 200. That's kind of showing me the momentum. So too much drawing. Oh crap, all this need to be at 1 p.m. Now what's gonna happen here? I am bullish, but price is bearish. I am not so good at continuation trades, man. Now look at this price. This was nice, man. This was wow. So 50 just crosses 200, and then we do have those 2 swing lows that we can use to model to do a trend line, and we just break, right? That should be your entry. If you're skeptical, wait for the second candle. That right there is your momentum entry, right? Stop loss just above the 200, and 1:3. This is easy because it just happened. We're doing it on price action, but that right there is just, that right there is a easy model to trade. Just wait for 50 to cross 200, wait for a retracement back, forming a trend line, let it come back, trade in between 50 and 200. Once you break that trend line, that's your entry. Simple. Right there. Stop loss below 200, your 1:3 or whatever appetite you have. So that right there is 6R. Very easy to see once it happens. It does take losses too, but you can keep it as simple as that and back test it, make it work for you. So I've back tested that, and it just requires me to be in front of my charts from the market open until the market closes, and sometimes I don't know. So but with my style of trading right now, I can just come here at 11 and just see if there's anything that's gonna expand for me at 12, right? But that was nice. That was really nice. This right here is also an entry. If you entered on that and you're waiting for 1:3, that would have been a loss. Aggressive traders, touch entry, stop loss right here, and all that would have been yours. I just prefer to have like a small story before I enter, but it is what it is. If I was here at 9, that would have been a trade for me. I would have taken it. So let's see now what we have here. See if we keep on expanding downwards, then I don't know about that. So that's the, what is that, previous week, that's the 1 hour low, and that right there is the 1 hour high. So what I'm thinking is, I want to see what this candle want to do. I'd like us to trade below that low and then come up and expand towards the high. But looking at the moment, oh wait a minute, now we can do this now. We can do 2 charts now. Beautiful, there we are. That's so we can watch the 1 hour on this side, or the daily. We'll look for another playlist here. Who's knocking on my door like that? Alright, so now what we have is just patience to see what's really going on. We're just about to go to that previous week low again. I think we've traded below it, yeah. So this week opened up, came down, went up, and it's getting shaved as we speak right now. And the daily is now expanding downwards, and I think this is established, man. It might keep on going downwards from what I'm seeing. That's a really strong bearish, some strong bearish move, because I can tell this was once bullish, didn't take that high, and it's been shaved off. What's the probability that they want to turn around? My prediction is this is gonna be a doji. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be a doji. They'll wick down, and then this will come up, and then we might just might close around this area and form a doji, or a candle, like form something like this, or like this here. That's my suspicion, because it's 12 now. Do they have time to keep on going all the way down here? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that 5 minutes is just dropping like it's hot, man. It's dropping like it's hot, man. Hey, yay, yay, yay. Yeah, we are dropping. Yeah, we don't need to see those levels on. I need this to be. If I delete that one, it deletes on the other side too, right? Yep. I want to expand. I want this to come right there. Alright, we just wait until we see whatever makes sense, man. Right now seems like that 1 hour candle just wants to keep going down. The momentum really looks strong going to the downside, honestly. And if we keep going down, then I don't see if I'll have a chance to enter. So we have crossed that 15-minute level gap, which we had visited anyway. We had entered in. So this movement, this up side, that acted as support. us to go up. We've taken all this liquidity. We didn't take that we didn't quite, you know, take that high as well, but that might have done enough damage to where this didn't need to. So now I'm thinking maybe we can use that 15-minute gap right there as resistance. Now if this 15-minute candle closes below, and then we can see, we can watch the reaction. If we trade back to it, if we see, you know, some momentum to the downside, then we can participate in that and see if we can ride it down to this other 15-minute gap over here. So on the 30-minute, it's just a walk in the park, man. But because this right here, these are targets, man. So on the 5-minute, we do have some more gaps on the 5-minute. We do have let me get rid of these EMAs. We do have, so we just close below, so we know that it's highly likely to take this low. So there's probability that it's gonna keep on coming down. This was already visited with this low, so if we take that low, then we do have this one and this other one down here. So I'm thinking this one could be significant. Let me mark that one. Did I get those angles right? That one could be significant. I'll pull it up to right there. So in terms of maybe looking for a long, maybe that might be after 12:30. And maybe we can see if we can get an expansion, a retracement to the backside. This is a daily or whatever, maybe something like something like this candle here, when, you know, came down and then it retraced back into its own range. So that right there is like like 199 units, more than enough. Man, anybody going short, they are eating right now. I have no way to join this thing, man. I have no way to enter. Maybe I would have tried that swing low and that swing over there at the touch of 50, enter. But the thing is, if that fails, I will beat myself, man. No, I will beat myself. I'll be like, bro, what? Because then I'll be like, yo, we just touched the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute fair value gap, and we came up. Oh, and you can't stop blaming yourself. Also, the best thing, just wait for your setup to form really nicely. Because when those fail, you don't blame you. I mean, you tried your best. But when you start jumping into trades that are not in your plan, the worst thing that could happen is if they work, because you'll start following after them, and that's how you burn your money. So let's just be let's be what? Let's be patient till something comes our way. 1 hour's bearish, 4 hour bearish, daily's bearish, weekly, that bullish candle is being shaved, and the monthly is bearish. So the previous 4-hour candle is right here. We do have that 4-hour candle over there, just where that 15-minute fair value gap is at, and the new weekly opening gap. Oh, we are currently inside. So you can divide that into quads, like 25%, 50%, and blah blah and all that stuff, but I don't see if I should do that. Seems like you could also trade this strategy. I mean, the 50 cross 200 on a higher time frame too. That right there is an entry, right? Because 50 just crossed 200, and then look at that retracement, giving you a nice nice touches over there. Oh, come on. So touch. You could have entered with that one. Stop loss just above 200. That would have stopped you out. But then you can see 50 still remains way below 200. So this could be your second try with a new trend line. That touch right there and this touch. We've taken liquidity. So at the close of this candle, maybe you could just enter and or bet for a retracement, which never happened. Maybe wait for this series of down candles before it went up. If price would have come there, that would have been a better value for your entry. But in this case, it just dropped like it's hot. I wouldn't trade that strategy on the 1 hour though. Seems like it will take you a while to get some meaningful entries. Entry, touch, boom. Anyway, shoulder, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Da-da-dun-da-dun. Jesus came into my life. So we got 4 people watching. Don't forget to leave a like. 4 likes, awesome. This is the boring part, man. Waiting for... I have a big suspicion that we're gonna get down here. I am suspecting that we will get to that zone over there. I don't need to see that on the 1 hour. So these are the days that I wish that I woke up early, you know, because this right here is just nice. Touch, it's just so textbook, man. 50, boom. We just leave with that strong candle, and then oh boy, that's your entry. Chop, but what did 630 do today? Oh, where's 630? That would be 9:30 market open. Excuse me. Nothing spectacular. All right, let's see what these other guys are doing. Let me put that symbol. Okay, let's see what these other boys are doing. What do I call them? Girls. So that's US 500. Oh man, it's dropping like it's hot, man. Sheesh. Now let's see what US 30 is doing. Ooh, he's another big boy. Big bad boy. They all give that same setup. Look at that in the morning. 9:15, 9:17. US 30 was playing hard to get, but it's still a trend line. Came down, retracement, boom. Wow. Let's see what other guys people are doing to use DJPY. This is something I've been wanting to also look at. Kind of has the same thing that the others are doing. Use DJPY. US oil, same thing too. AUD USD. Ooh wee. Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin is also something nice to trade. Right? Look at that trend line, nice. And we just broke it, and it might still keep going down. We just don't know. Looking at the 1 hour candle, it's likely to get down to this 1 hour here. Wait, let's go back, see what these guys are doing. Oh, still dropping. Okay. So back to Bitcoin. Yeah, we know that that's a fact. So let me just sell. Wait. It's late. $113. Let's just betting on taking those lows. Let's do like 1:1. Yeah, that's an instant loss right there. Because we do have this gap over here. Might want to trade back to it. Oh, I just lost $100. Ooh. So now we have equal lows over there. What am I doing here? Bitcoin. Those equal lows. Gold. Gold is outside of its range. Oh wow, it's not ranging to the side. Bitcoin. Hmm. 5 minutes. So if we can get like no other green candle, right? And then we just what do I say? If we can just come straight as we are right now, that right there is a strong breaker right there. If we just close above it, we are taking that trade. But for now, seems like we're still going down. Let me see the 15 minute. Have we set up anything? This is nice here. This is beautiful. But we have to now come up all the way. So now we're now on the second 15 minute. Do I close this right here? But we might want to use it as support. Touch. Let it burn. Let it burn. Yo, Bitcoin, come here. You owe me money. We've completely closed that fair value gap over there. If we close below that low, I'm taking 2 setups. I'm gonna take 2 units. Nope. I'm gonna put an alert over there. I need my $100 back. Okay, we've seen some up movement. Bouncing off of that 15 minute whatever over there. Could that be the low of the day? This is a daily candle. $50 way below. Yeah, let's keep waiting, man. Let's keep waiting. Five people watching. Shout out to the 5th person. Leave a comment and a like too. Wait a minute. I know I had 4 likes. Why do I only have 3? Someone unliked the video. Damn. Five people in the stream. Yay! That's good progress. 3 likes. Ooh, I made it. Oh, Bitcoin. Now, this right here is a bump, man. That's a bump. See how it's being used as support? But we're not trading Bitcoin. This is just me having fun here. Just looking at this small price action over here. Look at that sell side it just set up. There's nothing to trade to up here on the... Oh, no, we do have a fair value gap right there. Running away. Back to US 100.
Once you try a comfort hoodie, you
Okie doke. I still don't have a plan as we speak right now. We'll see what comes up. I like this drop to the downside. It's just too one-sided, so we need to see like some form of retracement, and that's where we can take advantage, because I think we are bearish. So on a small scale we might be able to get a bull, something bullish. I'm gonna put that to the side a little bit. What's going on here? Okay, now I'm kind of seeing a story here. We do have that fair value gap that they just filled, and then that inverted fair value gap over there that's being used. So both of them are being used as support. So I might, at that high, I might have some confidence if we do trade above that high to just model a small entry. Because that's just an up candle with a straight series of down candles, right? And we can use that, the low to that high, be confident that we can get at least to that high, and that right there can be a good trade for now. So when it comes back to retest that high, and our stop loss, I don't think they're gonna come back to this low, and maybe aim for that one standard deviation right there of that one symmetrical swing of this down candle. But that's if we do cross above the high, then come to retest this zone over here, then we can look for that 1.65. If I decide not to take full profits over here, that is if we do keep expanding, I will break even and see if we can get at least a 1:2 of our risk. but that's if we do close above this zone over here. Until then, we stay put. We still don't have a clear direction. I mean, apart from the market price going down. So it's what do we have now? We have 4 minutes to 12:30. Let me see what the 30 candle looks like. It would be nice if we came and took this low, then came back into this range, and then we start trading up. We could also do the same logic on 5 minute going downwards. So looking at the 30 minute, yeah, that's a trade I want to mess with right there. So it's coming up. I just don't know where to put the stop loss though. If I put the stop loss way down here, oh, there's no way I'm gonna be content. That might be just a 1:1 trade for the day. Could this be the low of the day? What does the 2 minute look like? Oh, look at that. We can even use that 2 minute candle too. And then we do have like this zone over there that was completely closed. And then we do have this one too. That was also completely closed. And then we have this one too over here. That seems to also been balanced. Up and down, up and down. Maybe just that small gap over there. My people, what do we do now? The 3 minute, we do have that zone over there. That's looking at the 5 minute. We have this major up candle. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna there we go. Have we closed above it? I'm gonna just take those two candles over there. We might be having a trade here.
Is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management, remote access, help desk and ticketing, smart automations, patching, software deployment, scripting.
Okay, we still haven't closed above that zone over there. So this is what I want to do here. Let me not get married to that stuff in case it's not even existing. It's not existent. So it's now 12:30, man. I'll prefer if we came and took this low and then came back inside the range and then expand to the upside. If we still do keep on going down, then I have no way to enter. I am not good at continuing trades, right? Unless, of course, you know, using this. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I can, yeah, but I need to see like some high get taken and then we keep on going down. So yeah, that's a beautiful trend line over there. I just don't trust. It's too steep for me, man. It's too steep for me. Even when I'm back testing, that's something I found to be a little bit funny. So this is the 30-minute candle right now. Should I focus on that? If we can take that low, man, that would be nice. Let me see what the other guys are doing. Same thing, same price action. Okay, I'm going to delete that so it doesn't confuse us. US 30, US 100. I deleted that a lot. I deleted that a lot on US. I had put on US on Bitcoin. Okay. Now, this is good too. If we do take this low and then come up and close above these up candles, that right there is a long for me. And my aim is now going to be above this previous 1 hour candle. If they do keep on going down, then I'm just gonna have to keep on waiting, because I feel like the market has really expanded to the downside on the daily. So yeah, they might keep on going down. If I see a good entry, I will take part. Maybe this was a good one here. That down candle, right? We took that high, we've closed below with this candle, and then look at that. That's the retest of that series of down candles before we went up, and that right there would have been an entry. I'm just right now focused on, because then again I'm like, yo, this is my support zone, so I'm not gonna take a trade from there. So those are some of the things that, you know, we are watching and seeing if, you know, because now if we are in a downward market, you know, and it's just keep on going down, but we keep on looking for reasons why the trade needs to reverse, that's a problem right there, because the momentum is going down. And that right there would have been 1:2 already, 1:2. If I put my stop loss just above that breaker, but we know that's not gonna happen. I need it to be above like some order block or some high. So yeah, that would have been a nice place. 1:2 real quick. But for now, I was too focused on longs, man, to even see that formation form over there. That's nice. And it's also paired with an inverted fair value gap right there. But we didn't retest. I mean, we closed below, and then we see the body. I mean, wicks did some damage, but the bodies were held below, and we can see the rest of the candles are being held below that inverse fair value gap right there on this 5-minute price action over here. That's good to see. Maybe in future we'll take a note of that, so we can participate in momentum. And if you want to put your trend line right there, it's right there, man. Touch with that story being told as well,
basically validated by AI,
that inverse 5-minute and that breaker within a range.
and the reason that we can do this completely free for you is because
So that would have been a clean shot, actually.
You've probably seen me before.
That's a nice way to look for entries in a downward. The trend is already established. No. This is the boring part, waiting for your setup. Man. It's not. Oh wait a minute. So okay, we're now trading below that 30-minute down into a 15-minute. This is still me trying to down into a 15-minute fair value gap that was once used as support right there. Should I put this? I am really forcing this idea. That right there is a 15-minute inverse as well. Oh, there I got it. 15-minute inverted fair value gap right there. It was just crossed So why shouldn't price come back over there? So if I see this candle just come down and wick haven't touched this 5 minute or whatever here, there's a 5 minute fair value gap over here, and then let's just the 15-minute candle closes inside this zone. Yeah, I would like to see that. What if it happens? So something like this, something like that. Candle closes in here, and then we can trade up to that zone, and then so it's gonna be like a long bearish candle, and then we come and close inside this zone. If we start expanding to the upside, I mean, what if that's what's gonna happen? That'll be so unreal. So I'm gonna watch this on the 15-minute time frame, which is closing in 7 minutes. I'm gonna put this thing to the side right there. We already know that we are inside that new weekly opening gap. It doesn't need to be in our face anymore. On our face. Look at this gap over here. We went up and down. It's balanced. Okay, now I want to see the reactions that we're gonna get from this so-called 15 inverse over here, and if we're gonna keep on going down to this 5 minute this gap over here, I want to see what reaction we're gonna get. And since we have those marked out, we don't have to be on the 5 minute or the 15-minute time frame. We can just go back to the 1 minute. I want to see what's gonna happen there. So we don't even need that no more. Okay, let me see what reactions we get here. If price keeps on just going down and down and down, then bruh, I have no way to to participate in this, which is a high probability because man, we are bearish today. So it's 12:39, 6 more minutes to that 15-minute candle close that we're watching here. So honestly, what I would like to see is either start getting a reaction from here, or come down to that zone and then don't even close. I don't even want to see it wick below, and if it does, let the body still remain in here, and then we start, you know, expanding back into that daily range or trading back within its own range, having formed that low. So look at that reaction, man. Yeah, we just touched it and we go into the upside. That's really nice. Now what's the plan though? Let me look at the 5 minute real quick. The only other clear entry place will be if we trade above this high. If we trade above that high, and that's too far, man. I need an entry like right now. If we trade above these two candles, that would be a safe entry, and we can have our entry over there. Depending on how price behaves here, we can have our stop loss down there, but the safest place will be down here. So if I do get this trade, this will be another trade that I'll just leave to run. Hopefully we can get to at least above that zone over there. Yo, go away, man. So this 1 hour candle is very, very bearish, man. What's the probability that it's gonna be shaved off? Ah, that's low, but you never know. So do you think maybe the next candle is the one that's gonna come down and take out that low and then expand up? Maybe then when the market opens tomorrow, they will want to come and take the lows of all that trading and then focus on taking these highs, because those highs were not just left there for nothing. They will be run through at some point, either tomorrow, the day or tomorrow, whatever day they want to go back to those highs. So this is 1240. What do we have here? This is 12 to whatever. So if I was to put those ranges, let's draw from 12 p.m. to 12:30. p.m. to 12:30. We are below the 12 to 12:30 30-minute candle. So this used to be something I would do. If we trade below and then the swing high that forms, that will be my entry to the upside, and the lowest low will be my stop loss. And I already like this because we do have like a fair value gap. So if that's been used as support and we cross this high, and then we can, our targets, my target was at least 1:2, right? Bouncing off of that 15 inverse candle. So if we can see an expansion and get 1:2, that would be nice. And maybe they're still gonna come down to here. What is going on now? Again, safest place to enter a trade is on a long is if we close above this high. And I'm going to put an alert over there. So even if we do it in the afternoon, when the market opens, I will come in and put a small risk. So I've put an alert over there. If it doesn't happen right now, so what are they waiting for, man? I'm only now gonna mess with just half of my risk, right? Of half of the risk I would normally take on this other side, because time was just gone too much. You only have 15 minutes to my comfortable trade taking zone. So even if I do get a trade right now, I'm just gonna go in with half of the risk I would have taken. So maybe look for 1:2. That will still be a good entry, but this time also does create some really nice expansion, right? Because and then if I do get something here, it'll be half of the risk. If we do close above the high, then I'll go in with the rest of the risk. But for here, this is demo. We'll just go in with whatever. Oh, look at that. We're looking at 20% in less than a month. Crazy, man. This account, I started trading it on March 12th. So yeah, we're up 26k, but this is a demo account. It's kind of easy to build a demo account real quick if you have the skill. So replicating that on a live account takes some mindset, because I started off with a lot of losses, as you can see. Wait, I want us to keep watching the price. Yo, what happened to my music? Started off with some really loss. As you can see, losses were many, and then I had a huge win over there. I think I risked this trade like 5%. And then took a few more losses, a few more profits, and then loss, profit, loss. And then for the last week, man, it's been green, which is good. Took a loss over there, then green. This is just a small loss that I took right now, trading Bitcoin. I have no business messing with Bitcoin. Oh, we took those lows. My alert was right here, so I would have entered and I would have made my $100 back. Anyway, let's go back to this big boy called US 100. So our goal is to build up like a small account, have some significant money, so we can switch to trading futures, which is pretty much the same thing anyway, but you know, that's where we want to go to, because now instead of US 100, that will be, what would it be? Damn, I've forgotten. Wait a minute, let me see where we are at first, so we don't lose. Oh, okay. Instead of US 100, we would be messing with, what is NASDAQ called? I know YM is US 30 and ES is, we'll be messing with NQ. That is NASDAQ, so that will be NQ, and then we go find out the contract that we are trading right now, the contract month, which will be June. I think March is over and done with. March. Yeah, so we'll be trading the June contract. See, pretty much the same thing as what US 100 is showing. The price is 17. And we're still moving downwards. We'll be trading the June contract. Bruh, we just keep waiting to see if something shows up, man. So it's now 12:49. We'll see how that works. So no, NQ right now is kind of like a few minutes behind. So if I want the real time, I have to go and pay for the real time data, which is I think like $5 a month, maybe $7 a month. Yeah, that's one of the issues with these people now, but I think you do get a better price treatment, if I would say that. I think there's no spreads and all that stuff, but then there's gonna be commissions and all that stuff, but it's pretty much the same as US 100, right? Yeah, so this is kind of what's going on right now at 12:50, and I do like that. We've just closed above that high right there. Yo, that volume's too high, man. Bouncing off of that, whatever, I still want to see some sort of confirmation. So if we do come and touch that candle and start expanding to the upside, I will engage. Because that could be the low of the day. That could be the low of the day. 12:51. I'm kind of skeptical, man. Okay, so I will say that I'll do take the up candle. Let me see if the 2 minute has a better deal. Yep, 2 minute is looking better. So let's mess with the 2 minute. The up candle right there and a series of down candles. So let's see if they form. Do we have so much time to mess with the 2 minute candle? So I'll have to wait and see how this 2 minute candle closes. If there's a fair value gap, then we can mess. We can see if we do have something. So that's an order block on the 4 minute, going to the 3 minute, or the 2 minute, or the 1 minute. Has a fair value gap right there. So that should be our entry. I used to trade that
And it's true, there are powerful biomarkers that you can visibly see, but you might not know what they mean and what they're
and it's expanding to the upside. How do we engage in this one? So this one and that series of up candles going like that. That right there could be our entry, and then see if we can expand to that previous one or high over there, if that's a thing. So at the touch of that candle, I'm just gonna do like a small. Did we touch it already? No. Okay, that's my first entry. I'm just gonna do a small risk over here, man. But I need to see some form of expansion to the upside. So this is just this. We have this series of up candles paired with that breaker. I kind of like that. Yeah, that series of up candles and this fair value gap. Can you guys just come in here? Price, I need you to trade down here so I can enter with some confidence. So what's that stop loss? I'm just gonna enter. I like that expansion to the upside. Okay, so on this side I'm just gonna look for 1:1. The stop loss is too far, man. But what the hell, let's go. So I'm thinking maybe we might need to come up to here. So we are risking only 0.67%. We are up like $344. On this side I'm up like $3, only risking $25. Well, maybe since it's because it's the last minutes of trading, then okay. If we do hit this zone, let me do something. I'm gonna do like a trade. I'm gonna put a buy limit right there, just on top of that fair value gap. I like that setup. Show the lines, pending order. On this side I'll just add like an additional $10. So my total loss, my total whatever will be $35 on this side, which is okay. Oh, no. We don't need any more entries, do we? Okay. So this is what this other side looks like. Just have a small account there of just $600. I'm trying to get it to $1,000 right there. So we are climbing really good. We'll see how that goes. It needs to get back to $1,000 because I was in this huge drawdown. Had some trading mistakes. So we're taking it slow. Alright, let's just focus on this side. That was just a sneak peek. So it's now some minutes to 1. See how that goes, man. So if we do lose that trade, I'm only losing $35 on that side, and if I lose this one, that will be just how much am I risking? 0.67, and then what's that stop loss looking like? Another whatever. So might be less than might be less than 1%. $12.58. 2 minutes to 1 p.m. I'm gonna hide this. I'll just put that for journaling purposes. I would have laughed if they came down to this fair value gap over here and then just bounce up. Now let's look at the daily. I hope that's the no, that's the weekly. Let's look at the daily. So I'm thinking that's the low of the day. And then, as I had said earlier, what I'm thinking might happen is we might form a candle like a doji, or hammer or whatever. I think that's a doji right there, something like this, where we can see price just trade inside of that range a little bit. Doesn't have to turn to green, but yeah. So looking to see if we can close and look like this, or this here, or this, something like this. But I need like a long candle so I can really